There's this book, it's called When Your Grown Kids Disappoint You, Learning to Let Go Without Losing Love. I mean, nobody warns you that some of the hardest moments of motherhood can come after your kids are grown. You can love your adult children deeply and still feel disappointed by their choices. And no, that doesn't make you a bad mom. They tell you it gets easier as they get older. But loving grown kids can actually be harder than raising them. When you're a mom in your 50s, worrying doesn't disappear, it just changes. And when you finally ask yourself, what do I do when I love my child but I don't like the path they're on? You realize how lonely this stage can feel. That's exactly why this conversation matters. Hey, if you haven't met me before, I'm Michelle, a mom of adult kids, and this is something I want to talk about because I want to understand why my own parents cut me off at 58 and they're in their 80s. Yes, after having them in my life for 58 years, they decided they don't want me in their life because I do not share the same morals as them. And I'm living with my partner of 12 years, so they are not talking to me. They don't want to talk to me right now until we get married. So being disappointed in your kids and still loving them and having them in your life is okay. And you don't have to cut them off. Today I want to talk about something that a lot of moms feel, but almost no one wants to admit out loud. I mean, what happens when your grown kids disappoint you? Not in a small way, but in that deep, heavy, gut level way that keeps you up at night. I recently read a book called When Your Grown Kids Disappoint Us by Jane Addams. And honestly, it felt like someone finally put words to what so many of us feel, but carry quietly. So if you're a mom in your 50s and you love your kids deeply, even when their choices break your heart, this video is for you. So why did this book hit so hard? I mean, this book wasn't about blaming your kids, and it's not about shaming moms either. Jane Addams is a sociologist, and she talks about something that's rarely acknowledged: the grief parents feel when their adult children don't turn out the way they hope, don't do what they think they should be doing. And here's the big thing she says right away: disappointment is a valid emotion. You're allowed to feel it. You don't have to hide it. And feeling disappointed doesn't make you a bad mom. Lesson number 1, disappointment is grief. One of the most powerful ideas in this book is this: you're not just disappointed, you're grieving. You're grieving the future you imagined, the life you hoped they'd have, the version of parenting you thought would pay off. And until you allow yourself to grieve that idolized child, you stay stuck. Grief isn't weakness, it's honesty. Lesson 2, your worth is not their outcome. This one hit me hard. So many moms tie their self-worth to how their kids turn out. If they're struggling, we think, where did I go wrong? What did I miss? Did I fail? Jane Addams makes this very clear. Your value as a woman and a mother is not defined by your child's choices. They're adults, and their life is theirs. And you are allowed to separate who you are from what they do. Lesson number 3, helping versus enabling. This is where it gets uncomfortable, but necessary. The book draws a strong line between helping, support with limits, enabling, protecting them from consequences. Sometimes what we call love is actually fear. Fear of seeing them hurt, fear of watching them fail, fear of what people will think. But real love doesn't rescue adults from their own lives. Letting them feel the consequences isn't cruel, it's respectful. Something to think about. Lesson 4, shift to adult. This part is hard for moms, and it was hard for me. We don't stop being moms, but we do have to stop parenting. That means no more consistent fixes, no more lectures, no more unsolicited advice. That's a tough one. The author Jane Addams suggests replacing advice with questions like, what's your plan? How can I support you without taking over? That shift alone can change the relationship. Lesson 5, boundaries are not punishment. This is big. Boundaries are not about controlling your child. They're about protecting yourself. Emotional boundaries, financial boundaries, time boundaries. Boundaries say, I love you, and I also love myself enough to stop burning out. You can love your child deeply and still say no. Not this time. Lesson number 6, letting go of control. I mean, disappointment often comes from trying to control something we can't. We can't live their life for them. You can't want it more than they do. You can't fix what they won't face. Letting go of control is not giving up. It's trusting that they have to walk their own path, do what's right for them, which may be wrong in your eyes, but that's not up to you. Lesson 7, focus on the relationship, not the problem. This might be the most healing part of the book. When you stop obsessing over the problem, the job, the money, the choices, the mistakes, you make space for connection. The goal is not to fix their life. The goal is to keep the relationship intact without losing yourself. Lesson 8, find your life again. Jane Addams talks a lot about how parents lose themselves in their kids' struggle. And she gently asks, what about you? What about your marriage? What about your friendships? What about your hobbies? What about your dreams? You're allowed to build a life that feels full again. So here's why I recommend this book. This book doesn't offer quiet fixes. It offers clarity. It gives you permission to stop rescuing, stop carrying guilt, stop sacrificing yourself, and still love your kids deeply. So if this topic hits home, I highly recommend this book. Again, it's called When Your Grown Kids Disappoint Us by Jane Addams. I've linked it below. And if you're a mom in your 50s walking this road, know that you're not alone. That's why I started this page. Make sure you like it, comment, share it with a friend if it spoke to you, and subscribe if you want more honest conversations about motherhood, boundaries, and rebuilding you. Make sure you go check out my video about boundaries, or always being the helper, the fixer, the mom who does it all. I think you'll enjoy them. Share with me if you went and got the book or listened to the audio. Have a good day.